इससे पहले हमने okay. I think we have sufficient number of people who have joined in. So, Aarti, should we start now?
Sure, sir. As you see fit.
Good afternoon, Ji. I'm Rajesh Rawat. I am Additional Executive Director with Export Promotion Council for Handicrafts. My colleague Sushil Agrawal is also here with me. He's a Deputy Director. So I welcome you to this very important exporters clinic, that the new initiative that we have taken, wherein we are going to speak on creating brands, positioning yourselves in the right way in the market. And before this session that we are doing today, we have already done two sessions. One on foreign trade, free trade agreements, and the other one was on artificial intelligence in design. So this is the third one in the series, and we hope that we have been able to reach out to you and tell you some nitty-gritties about the topic that we have discussed so far. So today, to take us through this session is Ms. Aarti Roy. We welcome you, Ms. Roy, and she has been our guest speaker in our programs earlier as well. And she's a brand strategist, retail innovator, and a founder of the Creators Guild. She has held senior leadership roles at iconic institutions such as Fab India, where she led the home and lifestyle vertical and played a key role in developing Fab Home. RTG was also instrumental in buying and sourcing at Lifestyle Dubai, Monsoon Accessories, and William Economy India. As a founder of Creative Guild India, RTG now works with emerging brands, creative entrepreneurs, and craft clusters to build meaningful, scalable business rooted in Indian heritage and cultural identity. So, this is a very, very brief that summarized version of her biodata that I have given you. But once you hear her, so I've not done justice because she has elaborate experience, and she's been in the business for more than 25 years, RTG, 25 years.
Excellent.
So
Yes.
I've heard her, and that's why she's here in the Exporters Clinic. So I would request all of you to hear her carefully, note down your points. We would want this Exporters Clinic to be more interactive. So she'll have her presentation, a brief one, and then probably will encourage you to come up with questions. You can raise your hands or put your question in chat box. We allow you to come to the screen and speak for yourself and the question. So with this, Artiji, you can go ahead with your presentation, and then we'll make it more interactive. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. A pleasure interacting with all of the people who are available, some 36 of you. So I will start my presentation. Presentation is intended to be only 10 to 15 minutes, and rest is open to questions. Yeah. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, it is visible, but you have to enlarge it. I mean, full screen.
My screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, we can see it, but you have to full screen it from the bottom right hand side. There's an icon on the bottom right hand side. You just have to click it. You're back. Welcome back. Not audible. We can't hear you.
Okay, sorry. Is my screen visible to everyone?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Because it's visible here to me. Just give me 1 second.
थोड़ा दे दो आप नहीं दे दो
Is it visible now?
Yes, it is. Now you have to increase the size. You have to
That's fine.
F5, F5.
Okay, great. So this is about
No,
building. Sorry,
slideshow, not, it's not.
this is a slideshow mode.
Hmm?
Do you see it as slideshow mode?
See, there's an icon on the right hand side bottom. That's feature right next to the zoom feature. You just have to click it
Yeah, 1 second.
on the right hand side.
Yeah, more slideshow options. So high presenter view. Is that fine?
I think. Confirm?
Is this
This is okay. This is okay. This is okay now. Now go ahead.
okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's move forward. Since most of the people here, I believe, are exporters or manufacturers, the question right now is why, I mean, what does it take from a manufacturer to be a brand owner? Some of the key points, which I'm sure most of you know, but I'm listing them again. The margins as a brand owner or direct retailer are much better. Uh, you have local ownership of the inventory that you are creating. You have not shipped it anywhere internationally and hence run a risk if the brand collapses or if the payment doesn't come in. This inventory is sitting locally with you. Should it not sell through one channel, you can always try through others. That's point number two. Point number three, since you are a producer, you have complete control over your production. So if you start with some test designs, you can very quickly and easily produce and replenish whatever you think is selling. So the production is completely under your control, and you can choose to replenish in very small runs rather than creating very huge amounts of inventory, and hence de-risk your business. The next thing is the opportunity. You have an opportunity to test your own designs because everybody who's been into the manufacturing or exports business has more than enough learning of global markets. You also have clear visibility to the Indian scenario because you are operating and buying here, and you can see where the gaps lie. With these gaps lies the opportunity where your manufacturing facilities can come in and create a product opportunity. Also, India is an extremely large market for consumption, and it's also at the same time very unorganized. So, especially in the home or handicraft space, there are very few established large scale brands, which also creates another opportunity to be tapped. So, and also when you are looking at a brand creation versus white label product production, there is a very long-term gain which is in sight because a strong brand brings valuation with it, brings recall with it, and hence a much greater capitalization opportunity exists because people might acquire you just for the brand that you have created, whatever the business economics might be at that point. Why is this discussion even more relevant today? Because India's consumer base is booming, income levels are booming, the exposure of what is available globally is already there, and this scaling consumer base is looking for a very wide, varied product assortment, which they see in other markets. Secondly, the D2C, which is direct to customer, via online channels, is becoming the fastest growing channel for any retailer today. And it's also a channel which offers lower risk of launch for new brands. Another thing is that third-party marketplaces, whether it is Etsy, whether it is Amazon, whether it is Myntra, these marketplaces have created a huge consumer connect within the Indian diaspora. And that is something that is constantly growing. These marketplaces are also constantly looking for new products and new brands which can offer variety to their customers. Another very interesting thing which has happened just about in the last year or so is the advent of AI and the opportunities that it has created. Because most of the functions, when we talk about brand building, whether it is to do with merchandising, whether it is to do with product design, whether it is to do with marketing, today can be undertaken with much lesser expense and expertise should you be able to command AI. So all these related expenses can be economized to a great degree. And another very recently favorable thing which has happened, which encourages you to consider the Indian market for a change, is the revisions in GST, which kick in from 22nd of September. So most of the handicraft products have been shifted from 12% to 5% GST, which makes them much more lucrative for the Indian consumer because they are literally much cheaper. So there are a lot of reasons for why this is a very opportune time for manufacturers to consider creating their own labels and launch in the Indian market. Um, Essentially, what a brand conveys is a promise that you make to your customers and the trust that you earn in lieu. So it's more than a logo. It's actually the emotion that people feel when they see, use, or talk about your product. Um, why a brand identity is important. I mean, you could be anywhere in the exports market or in the Indian market, and you could be selling anything without having a name. But when you have a name or an identity which people relate to, it builds trust, recall, and loyalty, and which brings them back to you again and again. It also creates differentiation in a very crowded market because there are thousands of vendors who are listed on Amazon or Myntra or anywhere else. But how do you stand out? What makes you special? And how should you get noticed and then be thought about again? So some examples, cases in point of a paper boat or boat entering very dense and commodity segments and yet creating a name for themselves. If you successfully create your own brand, you could also have reverse global aspirations where you are not creating products for other brands. You are literally taking your branded product internationally. Cases in point again, Jaipur Rugs and Forest Essentials, very successful Indian businesses setting up footprints internationally now. There are certain basics to brand building which you must consider. Which is to have a very clear USP of why you are entering into creating a brand. For example, I am going to be selling very high-end products at very affordable prices. This is my USP. Once you've established a USP, you need to be very clear on who is the market that you are trying to target with your product mix. What is the age group? What is the geography? What is the income style, etc. that you want to target with this line that you are going to be launching. The third aspect is to have a very clear brand identity. So this USP that I have defined, high-end affordable prices, how do I communicate it via a color palette, via a logo, via my branding or marketing campaigns? What should my packaging look like? Packaging is a very big one to drive customer experience. What should I highlight when with respect to my communication in terms of region, in terms of technique, in terms of my story? What is the story that I will be telling? And the more authentic that your story sounds, the customer engagement is likely to be that much higher. Once you've defined these 2, 3 things, that is when you need to develop a very clear pricing strategy on how much will it cost, how much will I sell at, what margin will I make, what will be my cost of operations or selling, which are the channels that I will use to sell, will I have my own website, will I be listing on the Ajios and the Mintras and the Etsy's, what will be the expenses like, how will I manage everything, and how much inventory should I be carrying? All these are pertinent questions to answer before you get into planning for your brand. And this is probably the last one that I would like to talk about. This is the key to successful brands. If you are from India, then craft rooted and heritage connect in branding has global appeals. So while Indians are becoming much more proud of their own heritage and value handmade and made in India, it's a globally established ask as well. If you have a sustainability component in your production, then that should be showcased repeatedly, and it should be captured transparently in the journey of your product creation. And that is what the market will respond to much better. Ideally, today, have as much of AI intervention in your operations as possible, because that will really allow you to operate with much tighter teams and reduce your expenses considerably. Keep your storytelling with respect to the brand very, very authentic, which builds loyalty and human connection. And that is something that people will keep coming back to you for. Influencers, micro influencers, and community focus is very, very big and in trend with respect to marketing right now. So this is something that you should seriously consider to connect, because the days of ATL, BTL marketing are gone, and those channels are completely redundant. But influencers can offer you a very cheap and fast way to reach your customers. So, a few things which you should watch out for when you are considering launching your own brand. Uh, Stores are very, very expensive as a proposition. So do not look at offline, establishments before getting a proof of concept via D2C. Continue with your export commitments as the business grows, as the base revenue, while you continue to grow your own brand domestically. Um, Start with a very, very tight product offering and avoid over diversification, because then you will have better control on your inventory and better clarity on what customers are responding to. Focus on capturing the differentiation in your product, the quality, focus on photography and packaging, because that is what the customers will see primarily if you are an online brand, right? So these are the key things with regard to brand building. There are a lot of examples in this presentation, which are examples of brands which you can refer to. This presentation is available with Rajat, should anybody want to refer back. I will stop this presentation now, and I'm open to questions on whatever I can help you guys with.
Thank you, Aarti. Thank you very much for that brief presentation. I hope that would have made people understand the importance of branding and how to go about it. Now, we have questions lined up. So the first one is, we have Mr. Dhruv Gupta. He has raised his hand and he has also sent us a question.
Okay.
So Gupta, are you there?
Yes sir, hi.
पूछिए, क्वेश्चन पूछिए अपना.
यस मैम, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर हमें ब्रांड इंडिया में ना बनानी हो, हमें बाहर की कंट्रीज में एस्टेब्लिश करनी हो, क्योंकि बाहर की कंट्रीज में एओवी भी ज्यादा होता है एंड कस्टमर अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमारी ऑलरेडी बिल्ड है, क्योंकि हम होलसेल करते हैं. तो जैसे अभी अगर मतलब हमें क्या डिसीजंस ऐसे लेने चाहिए ब्रांड को, कि अगर हमें अपनी ब्रांड के ऊपर ही फोकस करना है, हमारा इंसेंस का काम है, अगरबत्ती का, परफ्यूम अगरबत्ती का, हैंडमेड, हैंड रोल, एवरी टाइप. सो अगर हमें अपनी ब्रांड बनानी है, तो हाउ टू do brand building in outside countries rather than Indian market, and what things we should be keeping in mind, and what should be like no go to areas, like वो करना ही नहीं है, और क्या करना चाहिए इसे प्लीज.
सो देखिए, पहली चीज है कि जब हम ब्रांड बिल्डिंग की बात करते हैं तो फैंसी लैंग्वेज को साइड में छोड़ के मोटी बात यह है कि मेरे पास कस्टमर होना चाहिए बेचने के लिए. इंडिया की हम बात पहले इसलिए कर रहे थे क्योंकि इंडिया के अंदर आपका रिस्क कम है. ये एक ऐसी मार्केट है जहां पे ब्रांडिंग से लेके, पैकेजिंग से लेके, कलर रिस्पॉन्स से लेके आप सब कुछ समझते हैं. इसलिए इंडिया में ऑपरेट करना इजी है. मुझे कैलकाटा में क्या बिकेगा वो डिजाइन करना इजी है, बजाय कि इटली में या फ्रांस में क्या बिकेगा. क्योंकि आप ऑलरेडी एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आपको ऑलरेडी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है कि मुझे किस मार्केट के अंदर मेरे को लगता है मेरी ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटी है. मैं अगर बायर के साथ जो भी करूं या ना करूं, मैं खुद से अपना प्रोडक्ट एक बना के उस मार्केट में जाऊं तो मुझे ज्यादा फायदा होगा. आप सही सोच रहे हैं, लेकिन आपको अपने प्रोडक्ट को उस तरीके से पोजीशन करना पड़ेगा कि वो मार्केट आपके प्रोडक्ट को अप्रिशिएट करे। तो बात वहीं पे वापस आ रही है कि आप अगर स्पेन में अपनी अगरबत्तियों को बेचना चाहते हैं, तो आप उनकी क्या नाम देंगे जो लोकली रेजोनेट करे, किस तरह का कलर पैलेट रखेंगे पैकेजिंग का, किस तरह की फ्रेग्रेंसेस को यूज करेंगे जो शायद उस मार्केट में रिस्पॉन्ड एक्सेप्ट होंगी, और क्या उसकी आप मार्केटिंग कैसे करेंगे, कहाँ से बेचेंगे, क्या आपके पॉइंट ऑफ सेल्स रहेंगे, रिटेलर्स में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे, एमबीओज में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे, ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स में रजिस्टर करेंगे, कैसे बेचेंगे आप।
ओके
तो मैं वो ब्रांड बनाने वाली सारी एक्सरसाइज कर लूं जिस मार्केट के लिए मुझे पूरी क्लैरिटी हो कि यहाँ पे इन इन एमबीओज के साथ मेरा टाई अप हो गया है, वो मेरा सामान अपनी शॉप्स में रखने को तैयार हैं और मैं ऐसे बेचूंगा। तो अगर मेरे को वो बेचने वाला रूट कंप्लीटली क्लियर है, फिर उस मार्केट के लिए मुझे अपने प्रोडक्ट को तैयार करके पैकेज करके उस तरह से प्रेजेंट करना है ताकि एक स्पेनियट को वो वैल्यू लगे जो मुझे इंडिया में उस अगरबत्ती की लगती है। यही काम आपके बायर्स करते हैं बाय एक्टिंग एज एन इंटरमीडियरी, बिकॉज वो अपने कस्टमर को समझते हैं, वो आपका प्रोडक्ट उठाते हैं, उसे इस तरह से पैकेज करते हैं जो कस्टमर को समझ में आता है और फिर वो वहां सक्सीड करता है। आई होप आई हैव आंसर्ड योर क्वेश्चन।
Yes, just a follow-up if I can ask. We are already available on online platforms and हमारी काफी अच्छी सेल्स आती है ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म से, लाइक 50-60% ऑनलाइन से आनी शुरू हो गई है। तो बायर्स को, जो कस्टमर्स हैं, लाइक डायरेक्ट कस्टमर्स, उनको हम समझ आ रहे हैं, हमारे रिव्यूज भी अच्छे आ रहे हैं, सब कुछ लाइक 4.5 प्लस आ रहा है। आइडिया ये है कि रिटेलर ना मोस्टली हमसे कहते हैं हमारी ब्रांडिंग में करो, या इंटरमीडिएट भी कहता है नहीं नहीं हमें तो अपनी ब्रांडिंग में चाहिए। तो उनको हम कैसे कर सकते हैं कि वो हमारी ब्रांडिंग खरीदें, और मतलब वो हम अपना डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल हमें अलग ही बिल्ड करना पड़ेगा, अपने बायर्स के थ्रू जाना बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है बिकॉज दे से कि नहीं हमें तो अपनी ब्रांडिंग ही चाहिए। एंड तो हाउ टू बिल्ड योर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल, लाइक ऑफलाइन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल स्पेसिफिकली इन दीज मार्केट्स, व्हाट इज द इजीएस्ट राउट, लाइक स्टार्ट करने के लिए इजीएस्ट राउट क्या हो?
आप फिलहाल कौन सी प्लेटफॉर्म पे सेल कर रहे हैं?
मैम अमेजोन पे करते हैं, एटसी पे करते हैं, वॉलमार्ट पे करते हैं, सब पे वी आर अमंग द बेस्ट सेलर राइट नाउ।
एंड यू आर लिस्टिंग एज योर ओन ब्रांड ऑन दीज प्लेटफॉर्म्स?
यस, ओन ब्रांड, यस,
Yes.
ट्रेडमार्क भी ले लिया, सब कुछ है।
Excellent. So I think you have to establish reach into the mom and pop stores, because ये जो आपके larger department stores हैं, places like John Lewis or Bloomingdale's and those, वो लोग भी जगह देते हैं branded product को, but you will have to find people where this product which is typically incense is very very feasible. So अब इसमें कुछ चीजें हैं कि एक तो किसी रिटेलर को जगह देने के लिए आपको एक तो वो ऑलरेडी मल्टी ब्रांडेड रिटेलर होना चाहिए। दूसरी चीज, आपकी जो प्रोडक्ट असॉर्टमेंट है वो थोड़ी सी इंसेंस के अलावा भी होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज आप एक छोटे प्रोडक्ट को मिक्स करके नहीं कर सकते। रिटेलर क्या करते हैं, वो एक रैक की प्लानिंग लेके चलते हैं कि 2 फीट का रैक है या 4 फीट का रैक है, उसमें एक तरह की पूरी मैं स्टोरी डिस्प्ले करूंगा और उस तरह से उसके ऊपर लेबलिंग वगैरह की जगह मिलेगी। बिकॉज आपकी इंटेंशन ये रहनी चाहिए कि अगर आप फिजिकल फॉर्मेट में जाना चाहते हैं तो आपको सिर्फ प्रोडक्ट रखने की जगह ना मिले, उसमें आपको लेबलिंग भी, अपनी साइनेज भी लगाने का अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले। उस अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए आपको एक प्रोडक्ट असॉर्टमेंट को थोड़ा सा डाइवर्सिफाई करना पड़ेगा। सिर्फ इंसेंस के साथ अगर मैं परफ्यूम कैंडल्स वगैरह में जाऊं, अगर मैं थोड़ी सी पॉपुरी वगैरह के अंदर एडिशन कर दूं, तो थोड़ी जो मेरी कोर प्रोडक्शन एक्सपर्टीज है उसके साथ मैं कुछ और एंगल बनाऊं ताकि मैं एक थोड़ा वेलनेस सेक्शन के जैसे परसीव किया जा सकूं कहीं पे। तो मेरी असॉर्टमेंट बड़ी होती है तो अलग अलग तरीके के कस्टमर्स अट्रैक्ट होते हैं और डिस्प्ले भी मेरा बेटर बनता है। ऑनलाइन के अंदर तो कोई इशू नहीं है, ऑनलाइन में एक एक चीज को इंडिविजुअली देखा जाता है, लेकिन ब्रिक एंड मॉर्टर में जाने के लिए मुझे फिजिकल डिस्प्ले के ऊपर काफी ध्यान देना पड़ता है। तो फिजिकल डिस्प्ले के लिए मेरी असॉर्टमेंट या तो एक पूरी शेल्फ के लायक असॉर्टमेंट हो, उतने मेरे पास वेरिएंट्स हो, वेरिएंट्स की पैकेजिंग ऐसी हो कि जब मैं साथ में रखूं तो वो सुंदर लगे, उसके साथ कुछ फूल वगैरह हो या कोई दूसरी तरह की कैंडल्स हो या पैकेज्ड कैंडल्स हो, कोई गिफ्टिंग सूटेबल ऑप्शंस हो। तो फिर मेरी एक जो असॉर्टमेंट बनती है, फिर बायर कहता है कि भाई ये मेरे को पूरी की पूरी मिक्स दे दो, मैं आपको एक शेल्फ डेडिकेट कर रहा हूँ। और आपका जो प्रोडक्ट है वॉलमार्ट वगैरह में अगर सक्सेसफुल है, एटसी वगैरह में, तो आई थिंक आपको जो भी लार्ज फॉर्मेट स्टोर्स हैं, लार्ज फॉर्मेट डिपार्टमेंट स्टोर्स, मे बी नॉट लाइफस्टाइल्स, बट I mean, lifestyle format in Dubai is, they take a lot of multi-brand product with them. They allow brands to capture their labels. तो इसी तरह से और काफी हैं, मिडल ईस्ट वगैरह शुड बी अ वेरी वेरी एप्ट मार्केट फॉर यू। और ये जो लुलु हाइपर मार्केट्स वगैरह हैं, जितनी भी हाइपर मार्केट्स हैं,
हाँ,
वहां पे भी आपको काफी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिल सकती हैं, वेयर देयर इज अ डाइवर्स पोर्टफोलियो ऑफ प्रोडक्ट दैट कैन बी कैरीड।
ओके। एंड इनको रीच करने का सबसे ज्यादा बेस्ट मेथड क्या होता है? हाइपर मार्केट्स को रीच करना हो या फिर, और अगर मुझे अभी इतनी सेल्स पे फोकस नहीं करना कि मैं ज्यादा बड़ा बनना चाहता हूँ ऑफलाइन में, बस मुझे स्टार्ट करना है, अपनी ब्रांड मुझे स्टार्ट करनी है। अभी जैसे हम फेयर एक प्लेटफॉर्म है, FAIRE,
जी जी
होलसेल प्लेटफॉर्म है यूएस का, उस पे हम अवेलेबल है। तो उस पे महीने के सिर्फ अभी 6 to 7 ऑर्डर्स आते हैं, मतलब 6 से 7 रिटेल स्टोर्स में हम अवेलेबल हो जाते हैं महीने के।
जी।
बट अगर इसको हमें थोड़ा सा और ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में और थोड़ा सा शायद दिन का एक ही स्टोर नया बने, बट वो कैसे हम कर सकते हैं कि करते रहें, या फिर वी शुड फोकस ऑन वन चैनल, वन बिग, जैसे एक बिग बाजार हो गया इंडिया में, तो इंडिया का नहीं बट मे बी उस कंट्री का एक बड़े उस पे फोकस करें स्टार्ट में, या छोटे छोटों पे, मल्टीपल छोटे छोटों पे फोकस करें? क्या
आई
आसान
थिंक
तरीका है
अगर
फॉर
आपको
स्टार्टिंग?
किसी भी एक लार्ज चेन के अंदर एंट्री मिल जाती है, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर एक कारफूर आपको आपके प्रोडक्ट को एक्सेप्ट कर लेता है, तो आपकी रीच इतनी जल्दी और क्विकली स्केल अप कर जाएगी कि पहले तो आपको उसको हैंडल करने में ही टाइम लग जाएगा, क्योंकि वो
ओके।
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आपको सप्लाई करनी पड़ेगी पहले पूरी की पूरी, और कंसिस्टेंटली डिलीवर करना पड़ेगा।
हाँ।
Bro,
तो अगर किसी भी एक मेजर चेन में आपको एंट्री मिल जाती है किसी भी मार्केट में अराउंड द वर्ल्ड, दैट वुड बी अ वेरी गुड स्टार्ट।
bro, we have to move on. ठीक
अंडरस्टूड,
है,
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू ध्रुव, थैंक यू वेरी मच। इनको साइड में करो, इनको कैसे करोगे तुम, देखो। एंड वी हैव मिस्टर अब्दुल वहाब शाह। आपने क्वेश्चन लिखा है मिस्टर शाह। हेलो, आप अनम्यूट कीजिए अपने आप को।
हेलो सर।
हाँ बताइए, आपका क्वेश्चन पूछिए आप।
Sir, my question is how is B2B brand positioning and brand building is different from D2C or B2C, and how to go through the B2B branding?
मतलब आप भी पता है, पता है।
सो अगर मैंने सही समझा है, आप पूछ रहे हैं कि B2B और D2C में क्या फर्क है।
जी, उनकी ब्रांडिंग में क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? मतलब बेसिकली जब हम ब्रांड बिल्डिंग करते हैं या ब्रांड पोजिशनिंग करते हैं तो B2B और D2C और B2C में बहुत फर्क आ जाता है। तो उसकी हम ब्रांडिंग कैसे करेंगे और उसके गो थ्रू हम कैसे होंगे, यानी पूरी स्ट्रक्चर स्टेप बाय स्टेप क्या होगा?
तो अगर मैं इसका एक सिंपल एग्जांपल जो मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा है वो ये है कि आप दिलीप ट्रेडिंग एक बहुत बड़े एक्सपोर्टर हैं, बहुत बड़े एक्सपोर्टर हैं, प्रीवियस प्रीवियस चेयरमैन भी रह चुके हैं ईपीसीएच के। अब आप कहीं पे भी देखते हैं, चाहे वो इनका शोरूम हो यहाँ पे नोएडा एक्सपो मार्ट के अंदर जो परमानेंट शोरूम है, या फिर उनकी फैक्ट्री, या फिर इंटरनेशनल फेयर्स, उनकी सारी रिप्रेजेंटेशन B2B फॉर्मेट के लिए दिलीप के नाम से होती है। हर जगह वो कहीं भी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हो, उनका जो सिग्नेचर है दिलीप, वो हर जगह लगा हुआ होता है। अब वो कस्टमर के साथ इंटरैक्ट नहीं कर रहे इन प्लेटफॉर्म्स के अंदर, वो बायर्स के साथ इंटरैक्ट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन बायर्स के साथ भी उन्होंने एक क्लियर आइडेंटिटी बनाई हुई है कि ये दिलीप है, दिलीप का शोरूम है, यहाँ पे एक इस तरह के टेस्ट का और इस तरह की लुक एंड फील का प्रोडक्ट ही मिलता है। ये हो गया उनका B2B, जहां पे बिजनेस टू बिजनेस वो इस तरह से अप्रोच कर रहे हैं। दूसरी चीज, उन्होंने D2C भी कर लिया है, बिकॉज उन्होंने डायरेक्ट टू कस्टमर वहां पे उन्होंने एलिमेंट्री को लॉन्च कर दिया, जो कि ऑनलाइन इंटरनेशनली ऑल्सो एंड इन इंडिया ऑल्सो D2C में वो एक एलिमेंट्री के नाम से अपने आप को एक अलग पोजिशनिंग दे रहे हैं, जहां पे कि एक तरह की लाइन, एक तरह की लुक एंड फील, एक तरह की प्रोडक्ट क्वालिटी उन्होंने वहां पे डाली हुई है। दोनों की स्ट्रैटेजी डिफरेंट है, क्योंकि B2B के लिए वो उस तरह का प्रोडक्ट अभी भी बना रहे हैं जो उनके बायर्स को चाहिए, लेकिन उनके बायर्स उन तक इसीलिए आते थे क्योंकि दिलीप जी की अपनी एक हैंडराइटिंग, एक लुक एंड फील है, इसलिए दिलीप के पास जो प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा वो बाकी जगह नहीं मिलेगा। ऐसा नहीं है कि और लोग सेरेमिक नहीं करते या मेटल नहीं करते या वुड नहीं करते, लेकिन उन्होंने एक टेस्ट दे दिया है, एक लुक एंड फील दे दिया है, एक मैच्योरिटी दे दिया है टू द एवरीथिंग दैट ही शोज अंडर द दिलीप नेम। एट द सेम टाइम एलिमेंट्री के लिए एक अलग तरह की प्रोडक्ट मिक्स, एक अलग तरह की प्राइसिंग स्ट्रैटेजी जो कि इंडिया सूटेबल हो, और एक स्टोर फॉर्मेट जो इंडिया सूटेबल हो, वो एक अलग तरीके से उन्होंने क्रिएट करके यहाँ पे भी सेल कर रहे हैं, दोनों तरफ प्ले कर रहे हैं, जहां पे भी अपॉर्चुनिटी आती है उधर एक्सेस करते हैं।
Right. Thank you, Abdulji. Thank you very much. Now we have Suhira Ray.
हेलो शुभ्रा।
Shubhra Ray. Go ahead, ask your question, Miss Ray. I can see your raised hand.
You have to unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself and ask your question. Shubhra, go ahead. We can't hear you. Shubhra? Meanwhile, Mr. Sharma is there.
Sorry, I
Okay.
wasn't mute.
Go ahead. Mr. Sharma, we'll come back to you. Let Shubhra ask her question first. Shubhra ji, go ahead.
We are, like you said, our brand has been around for some time, and it is like a high-end brand, just as you said, with at easier, affordable prices, basically. And this is in garments. And now I needed. You said that offline, offline sales are a little expensive, right? What I needed to know, I just have sent the questions. One is, what is the stock we should maintain with retail? What can you advise on that? Say, if you have as a percentage of their sales, a lot of the stockists, that the retails, they want to like, give me 100 pieces or give me 50 pieces. So, what is the advisable investment or just stocking we should do as a percentage of the sales that they give for us? This is every year. Secondly, the other thing was that what I have sent you I think I have sent you the questions. Just give me a minute. Are you able to read my questions?
Just to say yes, we can read. I'll read it for you. What is the advisable percent spend cap for social media expenditure first?
Yeah, that is.
And then what is the of the stocks? Right?
Yeah. So the first one was on social media. Now that social media, we are, if we keep a consultant, then what is the, say, as a percentage of sales, what is the advisable, all round, what is the advisable spend on that? How much should we spend on, say, social media, all told? And secondly, what is the kind of stock that we need to, what should we keep at the retail? We do all of this. We have a website, Instagram, Facebook, and social media and retail. We've not been very successful with, like Nykaa, Mintra. We find ours is like a niche market. We haven't, and I think Mintra needs too much work, which we are not able to put in. Let's not blame them. Maybe, so can we have an answer to that, ma'am? Is this something you can help us with?
What I'm understanding is that you have a high-end apparel assortment, which you are now trying to launch into the Indian market via third-party marketplaces, and you wish to know.
No, we already have a presence in the India market, and we also export.
Okay.
So yeah.
So it's the same
But,
export
like
line
we are
that you
not.
are
I'm not.
doing in India also.
Sorry. Yeah. We've been in India for quite some time, 5 years, 6 years. So what is? I mean, how much of the stock? Say somebody, if they give us as a thumb rule, say if they're giving us a sales of 1 lakh per month or 2 lakhs per month, what is the percentage of stocks that we should give them? Because we end up investing too much in stocks. When you said, that offline sales are expensive, That's the first thing that came to me in my mind. That the stockists, they want a lot of stocks, and it's not always.
So what are the channels that you are using in India to sell?
One is the retail.
Which retail?
Retail outlets. Retail, not like these are not platforms really. These are retail outlets. Say in Hyderabad, Goa, Bombay. We are based in Calcutta. We have Jamdani. That is our main. We have the local weaves. That's what we sell, outfits made of local weaves. So we have these retail outfits, other people's retail outfits, not our own, and they stock our stuff. We also have our website. We have Instagram, Facebook, like everybody else.
Yeah.
Basically, and we also do exhibitions. Like held by other peers, either by ourselves or by other
See, Shukra, I
influencers.
will, we are consulting for a very similar brand, and which is where I will pitch in with, there could be various reasons. One, the MBO route is probably not the most advisable unless and until you have a very deep connect within the MBO format. Online would be better where you control the inventory. So my first intention and my first reason should be to boost my own, website. I should have my own website, and my first ambition should be to build that website. So the MBOs themselves must be charging anywhere in the range of 35 to 40% as expenses to keep your product, and even then they will not prioritize your product. It is up to the customer whether it catches their fancy or not. But
Correct.
that same, out of that 40%, even if I spend 20% on marketing for my own website, to generate traffic onto Instagram, to do geo-targeted marketing, to run discounts or offers on my own product on my own website, I am controlling the inventory, I am seeing what is selling, and I can replenish quickly. So that is what I would advise you to consider seriously, rather than focusing on how to get the MBOs to perform better.
Okay.
With respect to
that sounds good. Yeah, we have a website.
Yeah.
But we're really, because we've actually not been able to get hold of I think then maybe an in-house resource who can actually do the promotions.
This is a larger and more deeper conversation, because first and foremost, the product needs to be understood for relevance to the Indian market that you are targeting. If there is a disconnect there, no marketing, no website, and nothing will be able to help you. You will be only burning money. So from the first perspective, like when we deep dived with this brand, the brand was seemingly too expensive for the product that they were presenting. And when you study the competition, there is so much competition in the market today, even with respect to handloom and handcraft. So what is the clear USP that you draw out for yourself, which is going to be the medium of communication via your Instagram, which will land back traffic onto your website. And after that, physical presence is your lookout. Out of the MBOs, the 3 MBOs which are getting me better business, I will only focus on them, and I will not distribute the rest of my inventory to other locations.
Thank you, Aarti. Thank you, Shubhaji. I hope some of your query have been cleared. But as Aarti said, we have to deep dive into understanding what kind of product you're making, and then probably you can have a better solution to it. Now we have Mr. Vinay Sharma. Mr. Sharma, go ahead, ask your question.
Hi, very good afternoon, sir, and very good afternoon, Aarti. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right. So my question to Aarti is, what are all the best available?
I'm sorry, but I am not able to hear very clearly.
Yes, there's a lot of echo actually. There's a lot of echo.
The place I'm sitting, it's a conference hall, so might be my voice echoing. Just give me a few seconds so I can manage.
I can barely hear you. Maybe you can type your question.
Hello.
We have Ami Gupta. Miss Ami Gupta is there. Meanwhile, Miss Ami Ghia. Sorry, yes. Miss Ami Ghia. Go ahead. You ask your question.
Yes, thank you so much. Hello, ma'am. I am a newbie here in the exports business, and I'm about to launch my new products via an exhibition. So, regarding the branding and messaging, my question is very simple. Yeah, are there any tips or prerequisites to how to optimize the space and keep the messaging effective just to attract the customers to the stall?
What is the product?
The product is hair accessories, and now we are moving into keeping making them sustainable and built with eco-friendly materials.
Okay, I think the stall, since it's a physical exhibition, I understand.
Yes.
You should focus a lot on the display of the stall with a lot of elements which should communicate the sustainability nature. So the materials, if it's bamboo and all that, then some physical representations of the base material, a lot of images around how you are producing and converting the base material into finished product. And if you are creating some difference on the ground, like working with the local artisans or local craftsmen, images of them in action, all these will sort of help build and strengthen your story, which will make you stand apart from maybe the rest of the peers.
Okay. Uh, if I have time, may I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what happens is, before my launch, I've been interacting with many ladies over here to sell my products. So anytime I say that we have built it via artisans, they say, okay, ये तो मैं भी बना सकती हूँ. When I say, okay, I have made it, they think, okay, then if a girl can do it, so they can do it. So how to switch their mind from, okay, I can do it on my own, to, okay, I need to buy it from this brand. The typical Indian mentality, for the lack of better word, is हाँ मैं भी कर सकती हूँ. करता कोई नहीं है, but how to switch their mindset from मैं भी कर सकती हूँ to I want to buy.
See, there has to be a clear, I mean, I haven't seen the product, so very little that I can say, but um, the benefit of buying it from you should be very evident in what you are saying and what you're projecting.
Mm-hmm.
So the story is helping support that you are genuine, but what is it that you are bringing to the table, which is different from everything else available in the market? That will have to be communicated very clearly. And then the display has to be very visually strong. If it's smaller product, then mostly it'll have to be eye level displays.
Okay. Yeah, that helps. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ami. Now we have Vinayji. Have you moved to a different location, Mr. Vinay?
Am I audible now, sir?
Little better.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, little better.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right. Well, once again, very good afternoon to both of you. And
Yes.
basically, we are based in Jaipur, and we work for very big industries named RUG Woodcraft Private Limited. We basically manufacture and export wooden furniture based in Mahindra Sales. My question to you is, what are all the best available methods for Indian manufacturer like us to understand and analyze consumer behavior in branding and visual merchandising before entering the loose B2B or direct to consumer global market?
Okay, if I've understood correctly, you are a wooden furniture manufacturer based out of Jaipur, and you want to know what is the best route to test consumer sentiment in the Indian market. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when it comes to furniture, I think if you are into large furniture manufacturing, I would urge that you come out with a smaller furniture portfolio, maybe wall shelves, maybe accent tables, and the smaller pieces of it. It is very, very easy to simply Google and study what is the mix available on Amazon, even from a furniture perspective. And if I simply search for accent tables, what is the kind of variety? and what is the kind of pricing that will come back to me. So I should first study it and then create maybe a line of 5 to 10 SKUs, which I believe are different from what is available. Or if they are similar, then my quality is better or my price is better. Quality people cannot understand online, but pricing everybody understands. So what is the portfolio mix of unique products that I can create? I should create that and then I should list it online first. That is the easiest way. But nobody is going to spend on heavy furniture online. You should try with the smaller pieces, and you should definitely try to approach the likes of Urban Ladder or Pepper Fry, who keep furniture as even Wooden Street. So all these people keep a lot of mix of furniture, which is actually other people's manufacturing. So slowly I should start testing the market with these little products, not very large inventory, and keep, some inventory you can offer off the shelf, which is readily available. And some inventory you can even say that I will deliver in 3 weeks. That is okay. But that is the best way to test the market.
All right, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, and thanks again.
Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, my question is that I have been into exports for quite some time, and I would like to bring D2C in my export strategy, meaning the India strategy in particular. So if we were to hire a consultant, what sort of beginning budget should we aim for?
See, it depends on the scope of the exercise that you have in mind. For example,
Right.
to create a D2C portfolio, you already, since you've been into exports, you already have a very wide-ranging product assortment. Now, somebody should step in to understand what is it that you want to create from your own brand in India, and out of your archives of product, what products might sit in as is and what products might need modifications to suit the Indian market. Once that line, and when we say a line, the launch collection should be very, very tight, maybe 15 to 20 pieces. So for somebody to come in to curate, okay, fine, these are the 15, 20 pieces that you should design to launch. This should be your brand logo. This should be your brand palette. This should be your communication strategy. Your website should look like this and your marketing should be like this. Estimate in the range of maybe 3 to 5 lakhs, depending upon what is the experience or caliber of the consultant.
Just a follow-up on this. What sort of time frame is required to do an exercise? Would 6 months be good or a year is required?
No, I think 3 months should be good, ideally, because you're a manufacturer. You already have a very wide product assortment. So for someone to study your current assortment and give you revisions to, okay, I want to see these 15 samples, which will make your new collection. So it should be easy to come out with a new design lens on using your existing product as a base. When that is done, so assume about 3 weeks to the design exercise, assume about 40-45 days for sampling. And once you've sampled, you can straight away get into the shoot of the product. The website can be created parallelly. And then it is up to you how quickly you can produce. If you can do a small batch production in 30 days, you are ready to launch on your website and other D2C players.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
We have a question from Ms. Shruti Ojas. Go ahead.
Hello, am I audible
Yeah,
now?
go ahead, ask your question.
Okay, like we are into offline sales since last 5 years, and we do pan India, but now we are willing to go for online like presence. We want to create a brand. Until now, we are just a company with all the necessary registrations that are required. We have not launched on any of the online platforms yet. So we cannot say that we have a brand. We just have a company name, people recognize us, and we work on that. But now we are willing to go for creating a brand which is suitable for Indian and international market both. I tell you, the product that we have two products, like two product lines. First is tableware, in which we have hand hammered and hand polished serveware, like we have bowls and platters and thali and finger
Yeah.
bowls and liners, etc.
Yeah.
This is one section, and the second section that we have is of stainless steel tables, like working tables, dustbins, trolleys, and the ones which you usually see in a catering setup. We have that is the other section. So we want to display our products for the Indian and international market both. So I just want to know, how do I start with this? Because we are a manufacturer, we have all the machineries, equipments, we have that production capacity. We are doing pan India right now. We have done 2 or 3 exports also by just a reference. We got a export order, not through any of the visibility that we had. And we do annually 2 trade fairs, like we have once in Pragati Maidan, Ahar and Akar, you will be aware of, and once in India Export Center in Greater Noida that we have. So I want to know what should be the starting point. Like we don't even have an Instagram or a YouTube page, Facebook page. We don't have right now anything at all, not even a website right now. So I want to know the starting points that I can build this up now.
See,
On
what
a-
I'm understanding is that you already have a very successful a hospitality client base, maybe,
Yes,
who is buying your both your steel and your hammered tableware.
yes,
If you now want to create a brand which resonates with Indian homes, that is the
Hmm.
reason to go D2C, because you are looking
Yes,
for direct customers. To enter Indian homes, you will have to recreate a new collection which is suitable to Indian homes. Because we don't, mostly homes don't prefer to eat out of steel, or if they eat out of steel, then it's a very different quality and you end up competing with a very different segment in the market. So am I going to offer, steel with etched designs and all of that to make it very exciting? What is going to be my product portfolio, which I want to label under my own brand? And how will it be unique in the market? You have all of the advantages of production, but there is a lot of thought required into design for Indian homes. And that part of that design for Indian homes could also work well in export markets, because whatever works well in India can also work well in Middle East, can also work well in Southeast Asia. Europe and US have got a very different handwriting, but these three markets could be looked at in a single light. But again, question is, what do you offer? What do you offer that is unique, that you should be considered, and your Instagram should have that follower base?
okay. And what about like for the other business that we have, where we offer like dustbins and trolleys, different types, different designs,
So you
working
are into
table
commodity
stations.
right now. You are into commodity creation. Again,
Hmm.
I'm saying that if we look at lifestyle commodities, so everything that China is offering today,
Right.
all these decor brands which are primarily importing from China, most of them, I think 80% that I see is imported from China, and it's very little made in India. Now, if somebody was to, which are the segments that you could be very competitive in? Can you be the most competitive steel dustbin? Can you make your steel dustbins look prettier? and more aesthetic or better designed for Indian homes that you should be considered? Because the pedal push steel dustbin everybody is aware of and everybody has. It is a long standing SKU, and what's new? So whether in steel or whether in hammered brass or anything, what do you want to do under the D2C arm of your business? That product mix will be the backbone, because the product should be outstanding. They should not be able to be comparable with all of the Chinese junk which is available across all platforms. So how will you distinguish yourself? That should
Okay.
be the first point. If you can have an answer to that, only then should you think of going next step.
Okay. And like one section is homes and other section is all the restaurants, hotels, premium, I would say premium
Hospitality and
hotels,
yeah,
hospitality. Yes.
yeah.
So for that also, I yes, for that also I have to think about this.
See,
Okay.
hospitality for their back-end kitchens and all that, nobody cares for design. As long as it's functional, good quality, nobody
Yes.
cares for anything else. But like Magpie has come out with their own handwriting, and they have invested significantly in design, and they are now entering into kitchens, which are all steel, and they are now talking about that, okay, our kitchens are completely hygienic. They are the most hygienic because they're made of steel. So your imagination, nothing can stop, but you should be clear on which space you want to play in, because D2C in India, direct to customer, needs a slightly different approach from shipping commodity to large hospitality chains. It doesn't need too much design. It only needs great quality and the best price.
Right. Any particular sources that where I can learn this from? Any websites or any particular thing that you think that we should study to get more and better knowledge about this, taking these decisions?
Shruti, can I come in?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, we are running short of time, so you can send in your query. We
Sure,
have
sir.
two more questions to go.
Sure.
Mr. Amit Kumar has a question to us. And who else? And Ms. Priyanka. Amit Kumar. Priyanka का है? Ms. Priyanka, you have a question? अपना क्वेश्चन पूछिए आप.
आप म्यूट पे हैं.
आप म्यूट पे हैं प्रियंका, आप क्वेश्चन पूछे. अमित is also there. Priyanka, go ahead, ask your question. Be brief because we are really running short of time.
Hi, sir. Actually, I have a question. As I'm working in an export house, and they have made a good product like furniture, step stools, and storage boxes also. In US market, there is a tariff issue, which we are facing issues like जो हम costings buyer को हम देते हैं, जिस रेट पे बायर ले रहे थे हमसे, अब वो उस रेट पे ना लेके हमसे कम रेट में डील करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, मतलब कर रहे हैं और कुछ कर भी रहे हैं, तो हमें उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए?
प्रियंका, थोड़ी सी डिस्टर्बेंस थी, मुझे पूरी तरह से आपका क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आया. आप कह रहे हैं कि आप इंपोर्ट करते हैं प्रोडक्ट?
हम इंपोर्ट नहीं, एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं हम प्रोडक्ट इन यूएस, यूके एंड यूरोप मार्केट.
सॉरी, आपकी आवाज में थोड़ी डिस्टर्बेंस आ रही है, मुझे ढंग से समझ नहीं आ रहा आपका क्वेश्चन.
Can I write the?
Yes, you can maybe write it, and maybe Amit, you can go. Somebody called Karthik also had a question.
Just a sec. Priyanka, what you can do is you can send in your query. You have the email ID.
Okay.
Please send us your query and we'll get that answered. Meanwhile, Amit, go ahead. You ask your question. Amit, go ahead. Ask your question. Amit. If Amit doesn't have a question, Mr. Karthik Chabra has a question.
Yes.
Go ahead, ask your question. Ask your question, Mr. Chabra.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you. Puche.
Okay. So I'm into export business since very long. So I've recently launched my own website for the Indian domestic market. So like with just 15, 16 products, niche products. But I often hear that this number is too low and we should at least ideally aim for at least 40, 50 products. So I just wanted to ask from your experience, what would you say is the minimum number of products we should aim for in order to create a good impression and drive sales? It's starting with like 15, 20 items acceptable if we position it well, or do we need to scale up to at least 50 products before we can expect customers to take us seriously?
So आपने सिर्फ अपनी वेबसाइट पे किया है और you are on other third party marketplaces as well?
Only our website right now, apart from the export market.
So if you have the margin, if you
Yeah.
have at least 55-60% margin, minimum 60%, then
Okay.
you should expand the portfolio of these 15 products to other third-party marketplaces also to build volumes in those 15-16 products.
Okay.
And on your own website, now that you have already launched it, if there are different categories, then you should study which categories are getting you better business and
Okay.
expand those categories. Either add more options or add complementing SKUs so that customers who have liked your product, they can be brought back again to show more. Not in the
Okay.
same, maybe add on. For example, if you started with the large bags, if I've
I've
started with a duffel bag,
just to give you a context, I've started in the garden decor products.
okay, so garden decor is a very, very wide category of products.
And that too, the lighting part in the garden.
So if I'm doing garden lighting, I could be doing stakes, I could be doing lanterns, I could be
Yeah.
doing, so many other things, hanging lights and wall lights and whatever, which are appropriate for the garden. Now, when I'm addressing lighting, what else can I also show to the customer? I could be doing planters, I could be doing, large pot stands, I could be doing accent tables for the garden, I could be doing figurines for the garden. So
Okay.
depending upon what is your manufacturing capability, start
Okay.
expanding the portfolio, because if you've already built a customer base for lighting, continue with lighting, grow the lighting, and start adding little other elements so that the customer interest is growing on your own website. But parallelly, whatever you have seen success with, like out of the 15 SKUs, 10 are doing very well on your website. Take those
Okay.
10 to other third-party marketplaces also.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chavda. Thank you for joining. Now, I think we are done with the questions, and there are some more questions which we could take, but I would request that Mr. Amit is not there. So there are some more other questions that people have written on chat. So I would request that chat पे Artik, can you go through the chat? आप कर पाएंगे? Can you see the chat? If you can answer one or two questions probably, or what we'll do is
So
we'll respond.
Priyanka has, I can see Priyanka's question. In the export market, there is price issue as we offer buyer to increase product price, but due to tariff, buyer cancel the order and as they cannot buy metal products now. This is exactly why the Indian government has reduced the GST. And, India is a very favorable scenario, is exactly why what we were mentioning. So you cannot change unless and until you can really reduce your margins and or your cost of production. There is nothing that you can do with the buyer. But what you can do is, if you have excess inventory, you can quickly list that inventory into, all the third-party marketplaces. You simply, what you have to do is, what is my cost of production? Take a 60% margin on it, list it onto Amazon, list it onto Etsy, make it available. No problem. You have to liquidate that inventory. And before you create the next round of inventory, be very sure how you want to sell it. Is it for a particular buyer? And if it is not a US buyer who's responding, maybe there are buyers in the Middle East who might be able to look at your products. depending upon what the designs are. But I would instantly clear my current inventory and create new inventory only with a very clear buyer or selling view in mind. So if they are already in Middle East and they are, if they are in Middle East, then I'm not sure what tariff pressure they are facing. But then either it is a design concern or a buyer concern itself. So maybe you can look at more buyers, or I would really recommend that list that inventory on the Indian market. This is the festive season approaching now, even in India with Diwali coming up. So if you have suitable product, please list it onto the platforms and try and clear it.
Thank you, Aarti. Thank you very much. I think we have taken most of the questions. Now, any questions which have been left, so what we'll be doing is we'll compiling them and we'll seek your help, Ms. Roy,
Definitely, sir.
to give the answers to those questions. And you have, I mean, the participants who have joined us, they have our email ID. तो आप उस email ID पे वो questions जरूर भेजें. So thank you all. And what I could gather from this discussion is, I mean, whether it is B2B, B2C, or D2C, I mean, one need to understand the product, what he or she is trying to sell, and the other thing is where do you want to sell. So these are the key takeaways, and based on your requirement, on your understanding of the product and your market, you can devise a strategy of creating a brand or promoting your products, whether it is through social media or any other media. Am I right, Aarti ji? Your final say and 1 minute thing, and then we'll close it.
No, you summarized it perfectly, sir. Thank you so much.
So thank you once again. Thank you, Aarti ji. Thank you so very much for being our guest faculty of the day. And I would also like to thank the participants who have joined in. They have been our regular Exporters Clinic participants. So thank you so very much. Before I close, I would like to tell you, since we have spoken about GST, this is a major taxation reform that has happened. And most of the handicraft items now are being placed at 5%, which gives ample opportunity to all the traders, exporters, businessmen, entrepreneurs to tap into the Indian market. And as we have discussed, the festive season is just on the anvil. So probably this is the right time. So for the next Exporters Clinic, we have engaged a GST expert, and we'll be having a session on GST very soon, in 10 days time. The date and circular will be sent to you. So thank you once again. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thanks.